So this is definitely a show that is going to be me simming as well as talking to you. And the way that I sim, you guys can't watch it. You just can't. You just can't watch my Sims game. I will be completely banned off of YouTube from any goddamn account if I show this. And it's not even that. You can do the blur and all that stuff, but I don't feel like doing all that for y'all. Like, not, no offense to y'all. I just don't feel like doing all that. Like, you just hear the background, but there's certain things that I cannot play because, hey, you're gonna put together that's, what it's about. So anyway, what's good, everybody? Okay, just want to make sure I say that. What's good, everybody? But most of all, I hope everybody is enjoying themselves and having a good time, and I hope that everybody is is uh is good out there and being well because it's a lot going on. Like it's a lot going on. And so, what am I talking about? Yeah, let me tell you what I'm talking about. I have been done exhausting myself about what Trump is doing, why he's doing it, how Trump is doing it. I've exhausted myself with even certain topics in which people are having, as far as like, you know, how do I say it? About the struggles and the suffering of people that's going on out here, right? Because I recently had a notice at my door, and from the notice at my door, I was like, talking to my neighbor about it, and she was like, "Oh, that's simply a program." Because when I thought it was, you know, all the stuff that everything is paid for. It's like, well, I'm already doing that, so what the hell is no? So then she broke it down to me, and she was like, "No, it's a program." So I was like, "Okay, see, I let this world shit get to me, not realizing that, you know what I'm saying, that it's about what it's about." You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, um, while that's going on, it made me think about something. It really made me think about something. It made me think about how uh if you are not careful, and I mean this, if you are not careful, you will find yourself in a space where you will how do I say it? Get so caught up with this world and what people are saying is going on, especially if you know that you've been doing what you're supposed to been doing, that if you can cause it to affect you. Okay? I just want to just put that out there. Like don't don't let this shit create where you will be affected and where you will feel like you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like it applies to you too. Okay? Because it doesn't. Because it doesn't. Okay? So that's pretty much what I had to say there. Now, a lot of people don't like this word, but hey, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Okay? And that's a very air quoted word. And the reason why it's so air quoted is because it's like, well, what the fuck defines misinformation, right? How can someone say if someone's, the information that is given is misinformation, right? And so here's the thing. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Okay. And the misinformation that is given out there has a lot to do with people are out here wanting to see people suffer. Okay. Okay. They're wanting to see, okay, people suffer. And they're wanting to see people be in absolute motherfucking pain. Okay? Pain. And so, therefore, this is why I say to you, you have to be very careful because people are wishing bad fucking juju on people crazy right now. Okay. Okay. People are openly saying, I'm sadistically happy to see people suffering right now. I'm sadistically happy to see that all of these black people and these people are going through what they are going through. I'm sadistically happy about that. That's what everybody's saying. Okay? This is what everybody's saying. And my thing is, wow. Wow. But I'm not surprised because I already knew that about people. See, some of y'all surprised because y'all ain't know that about people. I already knew people was like this. I already knew people were mean like this. Okay? I already knew people were the kind of people that it's all about they don't want to see no one else have it. Even if they have it, they don't want to see nobody else with it. And I've always knew that about this world. So nothing that people do, say, or whatever surprises me, not one motherfucking bit, because I just know people. People who do not know people, and they're sitting around and they're learning how these people are so viciously nasty, and they're learning how these people are so viciously hateful that they themselves cannot handle just the thought of, so you telling me like this is their thought, so you're telling me that people like to see people suffer, you're telling me people are like, yeah, people are definitely like this. Okay, people are definitely like this. And people are definitely the kind of people who, here's the gag, they can have it all, whatever you define it to be, and they can hate you for the little that you have, and they can hate you for having exactly what they have, if not more. I'm going to bring this on a spiritual perspective, but hear me out because it's going to be understood. The thing is, you got to check your energy. There's a reason for checking your energy, to make sure your energy is your energy. Since I've been in this place, I have been checking in energetically, especially in this particular small town, versus if I go to another county or I go all the way all the way up 2 hours away. I can feel energy. So as empaths, we have to also know how to read the energy as well as know our own energy. It's a very complicated thing to do. I promise you, it's very complicated. Okay. The energy that I read here in this place, they don't like authentic people. They do not like authentic people. That means that if you're really from where you say you are from and you act just like where you say you are from, that means that they don't like you. Did you hear me closely? If you are where you say you from, if you're about the life that you say you from, they will not like you. You are a very intelligent woman, and you're on to people's games and sneakiness and conniving ways. They will not like you. Okay? And so why is this? Because these people in this particular town that I grew up in, the problem that they have is they don't know anything. Okay? They don't know anything. They're really small town people. They are not aware of many things. And most of all, they really don't know life. Okay? They really don't. They really don't know life. They really don't know. They don't know um how do I say this? They don't know how to be themselves. All right? They don't know how to be themselves. They don't know how to uh they don't know how to authentically uh they don't know how to touch in and be themselves. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't find another word to say. And why is that? I can't tell you why. But I can tell you as when I was younger, why I was the way I was, but I was young. I was a teenager. But now that I'm older and I still see this behavior, it tells me this is the energy of this place, confirming this is. I remember this one guy, I think I told this before. I think his name was Yaya or something like that. Yah or something. I knew his face. I knew his face when I looked at him. I was like, yeah, you used to date one of my you didn't date my cousin, but you was dating one of my cousin's friends or something. Because I remember I saw see your name and I remember your face. And I was like, and I started telling him what schools my cousins went to because when I told him I was from New York, he didn't want to believe me. I'm like, nah, I left like da 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 da. What you talking about? And he was like, yeah, because in North Carolina, these people be like, I'm from there, I ain't been there since I was 5. And I be like, bro, that don't mean that you even from there. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But then I went on just talking to him, like, just mentioning like my family, like, just telling them where they was at and stuff, like what schools they went to. Because I know a lot of my cousins went to Forest Hills. I had a few cousins that went to Forest Hill High because they all came from Southside and they went out there. And then who else? Did I don't think did he graduate from Forest Hills? And I had a cousin go to school in Left Rack, but the point is I got family out there, right? That's the point. The point is that I got family out there. And so because I have family out there, right? And because that is like my real life story, you know, being that person, because that person was really from New York, because like I said, I knew the face. Like, don't ask me how I remembered. I just remember that little motherfucker face. And so, anywho, what had happened was what had happened was um how do I say it? It turned into me realizing now the problem with this place and why there's people that leave here and never want to come back. These people are lousy. These people are very lousy. And they also do not see their shadiness. They're very shady. And they don't know life. They don't know life. Okay? Do you know what I mean when I say they don't know life. They don't know really how, like, those of us from the city, there's a way that we all move. Even if we are talkative people, there's still a way that we move and there's still a way that we act, right? There's also things such as things to consider, like a lot of people don't, in this town particularly, they don't really understand. Do you understand that moving like this is a fight? Do you understand that doing this and that is a fight? You understand that if you was in this place right here, if you were to do that, you would oh, okay, cool. I found him there. I'm looking for my drug dealer, y'all. I told you I'll be playing the game while I'm talking to y'all. You trying to get some drugs. Nobody came with her? That's crazy. How they couldn't come? It's like, oh, it is pretty late. So the thing is, this is something I realize and see. They don't pay attention enough when you talk to them either. That's another thing about them. They do not pay attention enough when you talk to them. So now that, excuse me, I've been here for some time now, analyzing for some time now that I have. Um, I feel like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm so happy to be in tune with myself because there's a lot of things that I be feeling internally, and I'll be like, I had to check it. I had to check if it was my partner, other people. I had to check within myself and realize that this was this town. This was this place. This is the energy of the shadiness, the connivingness, the everything is all a part of this town. Okay. Another thing that plays a part is that I think that damn. I think that in life, right, when you come from a big city, when you come from that kind of lifestyle, right, from the big city, and you come from uh these different things, you understand how things in life goes, right? You understand that, yeah, this type of shit to get a motherfucker killed. This type of shit to get, you understand what all that is. Because you come from a place where you got to learn quick and you learn fast and you know the do's and don'ts. These people don't understand that. The hood is fun for them, you know? The hood life, That shit is fun for them because they ain't really living no hood life. You get what I'm saying? It's excitement for them. And this is why they go up north and come back to the south in a body bag. You get what I'm saying? So you have these type of things, and it's tying into something I'm really, really getting into. Okay. And that is this. At the end of the day, living in a place like this, right? At the end of the day, it comes to wisdom and experience, which experience is where the wisdom comes from. And I say to y'all all the time, don't hate the people that have given you the experience that you have been given. Be thankful for those experiences because it gives you the wisdom that you have now. And I really mean that when I tell y'all that. I'm not trying to just sound deep. I really mean that shit. Be thankful for those people who have given you that. And you are thankful to those people who have given you that because what it does is it opens you up to life, to people, to realizing, wait a minute. When somebody walk like that, that's what that means. When somebody say that, this is what it usually means. And I guarantee you, you won't be wrong. I guarantee you, you won't be wrong. People who are sharp, who can read people from the door, people who are quick like that, you won't be wrong. Okay? People who, how do I say it? People who, uh, how do I, like, people who actually sit down in life, right? And you live it, you experience, and you go through it because you don't have to go through a lot. Sometimes one experience can be enough experience for many things that you learn and realize that you would never do, right? And this is for the purpose of understanding that you're not crazy when you look at people in this world and you be like, yo, nah, I can't trust this motherfucker. I just can't trust this motherfucker. Why? And you start analyzing shit like, why are people knocking on my door? If they believe in the religion that they believe in, why are they knocking on my door? What sense does this make? Are these kidnappers? Are these people casing the place? Like, I'm being serious. You're not crazy for thinking this way because the mind begins to say, well, what sense does it make for you to be knocking on my motherfucking door? And that's intelligence. That's the mind thinking. That's logic. What are you really here for? You know? These are the questions you begin to ask, like, what is this person even here for? What is this person even, why are they even around me with this shit? What this person telling me this for? Why this person giving me this information? Why are they saying that? Why is this person trying to project things on me? It's all these things that you begin to see. But what you have to understand is you have to be wise enough to just see it before it happens. I'll give you something very simple. Work. Let's talk about work, right? Somebody who cannot listen to simple work rules. Now, the phone is a tricky one, okay? The phone is a tricky one, but I'm not going to make a mistake. I'm not going to sit here and make no excuse because everybody A lot of times people have their phones because people, what do people do? Some people sneak their music at work. They find ways to put music in their ears. Some people, they they find ways to put music in their ears. There's people that find a way to uh what's the word, they find a way to uh get away with their phone. Phone is tricky. The phone is tricky. The phone is very tricky, right? But let's get away from that. But it's how you use your phone, right? Let's say, like, I know myself, I used to OD. I used to OD and be on the phone texting like a motherfucker because it was a conversation going on. And eventually I just completely don't bring my phone on the floor anymore, right? I just don't bring it. Okay. Um, then it was a case where um I have seen people use their phone so much to the point that it got them in trouble. Now, the people who use their phone to the point that it gets them in trouble, those are your troublemakers at work, y'all. It's one thing to use your phone and you know how to use it and you know how to get away with it, because most jobs don't really care as long as you are doing your work, right? They don't care as long as you're doing your work. And so what happened is, these are little things I noticed. If somebody is talking about somebody at work, right? Somebody talking about somebody at work. If somebody is um how do I say it? Just troublemakers at work. Okay, my bad. Okay. I think that a lot of people, I've noticed this on YouTube especially. You take somebody who talks about a certain topic, right? Just fill in the blank of that topic, right? And the person that, hold on, y'all, has a certain topic that they talk about. But let somebody from the hood talk about it. Let somebody who has experienced life enough to talk about it, and watch how ridiculed that they get. Watch how much everybody is going to harass this person. Watch how everybody not only harasses this person, but watch how everybody also starts to shun this person and try to say, well, this person's ghetto and this person has this experience. They try to tear their life apart. And what they miss is that somebody who is like that, hold on. So there are the ones to listen to. Okay? They have to realize they are the ones to listen to. Why are they the ones to listen to? Because they have experienced life. And therefore, they know life. They have lived life to the point that they can tell you the very thing that you're talking about. But why does it happen where people have a problem with the experienced person speaking? Hmm? Why do they have such a problem with the experienced person speaking? I'll tell you what it is. Hold on. Because they want to be the authority of speaking. See, this they want to be the one to be the pure example of what the fuck the topic is. Okay? That's what they want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They want to be the ones to say, hold on. They want to be the ones to have purity on the topic. They do. They want to be the ones to say, hey, you know, I am the one that can talk about this because, this is how I live life. And this is what I've seen. And no, baby, we all have our experiences. But those people who've been in the streets, those people who've been out there amongst people, you know people. You know people more than you know people. Okay, hold on. You know people more than you know people. Okay? You do. And let me tell you, it's so crazy because I sat down and and uh and I was sitting here and I was like thinking about my own personal experiences. Like literally my own personal experience. Like what have I experienced with the street life? What have I experienced with uh with just life in general, right? And people, places and things and all kind of shit. And when I come to realize what I have experienced, I have come to realize that um when you get a taste of that street experience or you're around somebody from the streets, it's a very different life. It's a very different, okay? And when I say it's a very different life, I mean it's a life that people will never get in or understand. You hear me? Let me tell you how deep it is. They won't even believe you. They won't even want to believe you when you tell them what you have experienced. They won't even want to believe you if you tell them, like, hey, They don't want to believe you. So that tells you right there the fact that they don't want to believe you. That there is something there with that. Okay? There is something there with the fact that, oh, you want to tell me that, oh, this this right here is not a real experience and I'm just making up shit. And you know why people have, see, let me tell you something. It ain't even about the whole people chasing clout thing. It's just in life, period, that people don't want to believe the person who has experienced that experience. It's just in life, period, that people don't want to accept the harsh reality of what this world is. Okay? That's what it is. So many people sit around here and they don't they don't get it when it comes to, okay, I understand you're divested, but you're a married divested person. Okay? You're a married divested person. I understand you're talking about divestment, but what experience do you truly have enough for us to listen to you? Because see, here's the thing. You know how you recognize someone experience? You recognize their experience by the way what the fuck they talk about. And I came to this because I started recognizing this about myself. I started to see that I am sitting here in my life, right? And I'm thinking about my 40 years on this life and the things that I talk about. And I even was telling my partner, I was like, look, all right, I I am somebody who I know too much. And I don't like to be in a space where I know too much and I talk about the things that I know. And she was like, well, you can't help what you know. And I'm like, nah, I can't help I cannot help what I know. But at the same time, I I don't like it because and it's so fucked up to even say that because I was just like, yo, at the end of the day, right? It comes to the fact that I feel like is I don't like to be around spaces with people like that. You know, I and it's not even so much about being in a space like that. It's just like, damn, I really know too much. I really read too much. And I still feel like I don't know enough. Isn't that crazy? And she's like, yeah, you can't help what you know. And it's like, yeah, you're right. I can help what I know. And the thing is, I think that it all is a big, big thing. And the big thing that I'm trying to say here is that I believe that besides we don't have to go into the whole America is unintelligent thing, you know what I'm saying? And all this type of things. Right? We don't have to go into that. But what we can get into is that um what we can get into is this main thing right here. And that is the fact that hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm playing this game while I'm talking to y'all. It's a thing that these people experiences, these people who are talking, these people who are saying whatever, right? These people are people who have this somewhat Christian ideology. I'm going to have to say it, of what they believe. Even if they say that they're not religious, it doesn't matter. It's a very Christian, religious, I'm going to use the word religious, not Christian. Religious ideology of what they believe it's supposed to be to define the topic. Do you get what I'm saying? I can talk about divestment because I'm married, right? Now, yes, in the case of divestment, being a married woman would be a perk, right? It would be a plus. Like, hey, you're married, so you've married into what you said that you talked about, right? Okay, good, great. But then also being married also takes away from knowing life. Being in a relationship, even if you travel a lot in that relationships, takes you away from knowing other people in life. Even if you cheat, it don't even matter. It takes you away. But those of us who got a chance to be out here and parlay in the streets, those of us that got a chance to slum it, as they call it, right? We got a chance to slum it. We see a little bit more than what other people see. Okay? 1 second, y'all. Okay. 1 second, y'all. I just gotta run around and do something. Okay? Now check this out. Here's another thing. I feel like those of us who got a chance to slum it, right? Those of us who got a chance to basically get the experience of life, of knowing people. The issue is that we are the ones, for whatever fucking reason, even though I do understand the reason, who gets shunned the most. We are the ones who have to deal with more. All right? We are the ones that have to deal with the fight a little bit more. Why is that? Why is that? Why do we have to deal with the fight a little bit more? Why do we have to deal with the argument a little bit more? Why do we have to deal with the backlash a little bit more? Because there's a bit of a jealousy and an envy and a hate that is there all in one. And what is hated is, why is it people like you who go through these things like this that end up being the damn people that get the voice? Why y'all end up being the ones with the voice? Why is it that y'all are the ones that everyone listens to when it comes to that particular topic? Okay? I'm gonna tell you why. They don't get it. They don't get it because they're not from the streets. They're not from the slumming life. They're not from that. And that is a part of what they pride themselves about. Hey, I don't think the slumming life is anything that anyone wants to be proud of or brag about, but we do need to talk about it. We do need to talk about it. I don't think that the slumming life is a life that is anything anyone should have any pride about. But yet we shouldn't have any shame either. Okay? We shouldn't have shame either. But people try to make us feel as if we should. Fuck! People try to make us feel as if we should. And that is the whole point of the issue. Okay? That is the major point of the issue. And that is the issue that they have with you who comes from that lifestyle. Now, I'm not here to be on some whole divestment rant because it's not about that. It's just that's just the topic that keeps pulling itself my way. But that's not the rant that I'm trying to be on right now. Okay. What is going on here is this. Okay. People who have the experience, right? They have the experience. People who have these type of experiences, and on top of these experiences, they also, hold on, somebody calling me. Hold on, y'all. Mic check. All right, I'm back. So my whole thing is, my whole thing is, it comes down to something. And the thing is that you are being bullied in a sense. That's what you are. You're being bullied. You're being bullied because, see, when you come from the hood and you come from the slums, you come from the streets, you are labeled as the undesirable. But little do people know is you don't know where anybody. You do not know anybody's life. Okay? You do not know even anybody's experience. So therefore, anybody that's talking can be from where they're from unless they speak it up, unless you pay attention enough to realize that they come from the streets. Anybody who it's just very interesting to me because it's been tremendous, if not more bullying going on online than any fucking thing. Okay? Than anything. It has been people who have ran people offline, ran them offline because they didn't agree with the fuck they were talking about. But let's get back to the undesirable. A lot of people are sitting here, and what is happening? You have people who literally live an online life. Not ringing. Hold on. All right, y'all. I'm back. Okay. The point I'm making to you all is this. All right. Making. Uh-oh, I got a call. Do I? Damn, it's only like been an hour that I've been talking to y'all. I gotta edit this one. Not the fact of besides don't be bullied. That ain't the point. Don't be bullied ain't the fucking point. That ain't the point. I'm gonna tell you the major motherfucking point. Point is the real problem are the motherfuckers who don't have the experience that's doing all the talking. And because the people who are listening don't have, just listen to the vibration of it all. And because the people who are listening do not have the experience either, this is why they resonate with it. Okay? This is why they resonate with that shit so hard. Do you follow how it goes? When a person who has not had the experience and does not come from that life needs to be listening to the person who is the experienced one who does not know nothing about what they talking about. Okay? That's the whole fucking point. Because I'm sitting here in life and I'm watching this. And oh, have I been watching this? And I have come to realize, like, you know, why people always, like, I ask myself these questions. Like, why is it everybody ran off with crystal swirls? Why is it that everybody got a problem? Right. And I just feel like it's just a matter with, how do I say this? It's not that people are not aware, because this is why you have people who sit around and they what's the name? They sit around and they try to make up stories and stuff like they're from whatever, whatever, in order to make it seem realistic. Okay? But the real reality, did this bitch give you crab legs? I'm so fucking mad at this motherfucking sim right now, bitch. You done got crab legs. You done end up with a goddamn whole ass hole, bitch. Okay? A whole ass hole. I can't stand my sims sometimes. The shit they be doing is just ridiculous. Girl. All right. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it is the mere fact that I think that a lot of times it comes to, excuse me, y'all. YouTube is social media itself is a strange place. Okay, it is. It's a very strange place, and because social media is such a strange place. And the thing is, God damn it, everybody's starting up. I think that from what I haven't been, what I listened to, what I examined, right? Because I give an example. There is an elder woman who she talks. Okay. She talks a lot about history, slavery, you name it. She talks about it. And she's really good at it. You get what I'm saying? She's really, 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 really good at it. And so that tells me from the way she talks about things that she has knowledge of what she's talking about. Because guess what? I have knowledge of what she's talking about, you see, as well as I can go even back and research behind what she's saying. These are the kind of adults and people that I've had around me since younger, okay, since younger. And because of that, this is the same reason why I carry myself the way that I do, and I do the things the way that I do because of that. All right. But there are people where they talk about things and they say things, and I have to ask myself, how much of this is is truth? How much of it is truth? How much of it? Ooh, girl, I don't think you should do that. That's a hoe. Yeah, you my friend. I'm going to tell you, Raylan, that's not a good idea. Okay, my bad. Y'all know I'm playing my Sims. Y'all can't see what I'm doing because I'm on my other account. So, so it comes to this, okay, and I'm being honest. It comes to all of this. You have to give the knowledge to yourself as well. You have to research as well. You have to give yourself the experience. well. You have to be honest as well with yourself. And what that means is that if you're dating, let's say you're dating, so you're out here dating. Some people, y'all don't need to be dating. Y'all need to be the fuck alone, right? Y'all need to be alone. Some of y'all decide that y'all think that y'all should still date, so y'all still date. So what is the consequences of this? What is the situation with this? Not even consequences, could be consequences. Why do you still go out there and date? Why do you still go out there to go have this experience of dating people, of getting to know people and all this type of shit? Why do you do this? You do this because it gives you a chance at knowing what the fuck is out there and what life is. Okay. But most of all, it gives you a chance to get to know yourself as you go out in this world and you go and date people. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It gives you a chance to experience life and realize, am I gullible? Am I, go back to that topic I always tell you about? People are only going to share what it is that they want to share. And people are going to express what it is that they may know or what they don't know. People are going to express things that may not be the truth, to exaggerate. You got people, let me tell you something about life, okay? And I want you to take this hint in very well, because I'll be teach my children the same fucking thing. People who are real fighters, people who are true fighters. I mean, I'm talking about would really throw down and put their hands on you, okay? Type shit. All right. That that person is the person that is not going to want to argue or fight you online because they know how angry they get. That's a fighter. That's the one who will truly fight you. And then you have people who are the worst kind of fighters, and they'll meet you offline and fight you. Don't fuck with those people. Those are the worst kind of fighters. Those are the worst kind of fighters. Then you have the fighter who is the who I call the smart fighter. Okay. Oh wow, the shadiness. Now, getting away from the fighter shit. You got people online who are extremely weak. They're extreme cowards, or they're extremely abusive. It goes both ways. Okay. There are people online who are, I tell you all the time, how fucking terrible people online are. I tell you all the time how terrible people online are. You know, believe me, go back to all my stories that I've ever shared. Go back to every last one of them that I have ever shared with you, and you tell me what I know. There are some of us, we can spot these people. Okay? We can spot these kind of people who pretty much are like this. We also are the people that can tell you, there are people who can tell you who's experienced what and who hasn't experienced nothing. And if you experience enough of a lot in life and been through enough shit in life, you've experienced enough to know what's what with people. Okay? I'm not trying to discourage you from talking or getting to be yourself, um or anything like that. I'm not trying to discourage you from that. I'm not trying to discourage you from being somebody to, be coward or be afraid to go and, how do I say it? To go and do the things that you want to do that make you happy, or talk about the things that you want to talk about that make you happy. I'm not here to discourage that, okay? None whatsoever. All right? But what I am here to do is I am here to be the one to tell you that life life is a big ball, like a big thing, a big experience itself. And we all get up here and we speak from our experience of what we have studied and learned, our experience of our knowledge and what we know and what we do not know, our experience of things that may have happened to us or things we have seen, our experience of what may have happened in the moment before we even click the live button. But the point is, we put these experiences out there for other people to know that we have had them. And most of all, our experience of knowledge and wisdom, right? Which is the experience. Because I think knowledge is tied to experience. I just can't find the words to put together to explain what I'm saying, but one day I will. And so, with all this, this is where it all comes together and ties together to many things. And what are the many things that I'm talking about? The many things that I'm talking about is that person from the streets, to sit there and just turn the microphone and share, hey, this is what I've been through living in the streets, coming from the streets. This is what I've been through. This is what I've been through coming from a life of having a parent on crack, an alcoholic father, uh, uh, whatever the case may be. This is what I come from. This is my experience from dating different races of people, dating different calibers of people, or be and not even dating them, but being around different cultures and calibers of people and different casts of people. This is my experience. This is my experience from just living life. Okay? And this is what I got from my experience of living life. This is what I got from it. And that in itself is a beautiful thing. That in itself is a thing that matters. Okay? That in itself is the very thing that I'm going to tell you this. Okay? It is the thing that makes people upset because what they don't get is that person that's in the slums, in the hood, and all of that, they have more experience of life than what you know. This like they don't the people from the hood are either praised or hated. It's two extremes with people from the hood. Copied and hated, praised and loved, and people faking their life to be a part of it. Uh People from the hood are often people copy them, but they also despise them at the same time. Or they copy their slang and copy the way we speak and the way things are, and the way we move and this, that, and the third. That's how they do us. And then when we actually are intellectual beings, when we actually have some type of something about us, because some of us have situations that got us there, but it didn't mean that we're stupid. It doesn't mean that we live amongst them, but it doesn't mean that we're like everybody else here in this hood. And so when that person slips through the cracks and like starts to talk about things and experience and life and this and that, everybody got a problem. Literally, everybody got a problem. And the reason is this happens because this is where the jealous, envy, hate, and resentment come in at. You are a survivor. And some people don't like to know that people are survivors. I know that sounds fucked up to hear, but you need to hear it. Some people don't like to know that people are survivors. You are a survivor. And not only are you a survivor, you're somebody that has gained some type of wisdom from what that which you have survived. And you know how to articulate the experience as well. You also know how to get up and read books, talk about the books that you've read and all these different things. You also know how to what is the word? Oh boy. You know how to, hold on 1 second, y'all.